Fabrication is located at 169 Little Phoebe Church Road in Folkestone, Georgia. President Mark Pickering and his employees utilize the latest technology with a skilled workforce to supply customers with the best custom fabrication possible. Serving clients at home and abroad makes ESP a premier employer in Charlton County. For all your specialty and fabrication needs, contact ESP at 912-496-2583 today. They're also on Facebook at ESP Specialist Fabrication. ESP is a proud sponsor of Charlton Sportsnet. Since 2009, Southeastern Automotive Group has been buying for and selling to most of the franchise dealerships in the area. What if you were able to bypass the big dealerships with the big markups? Buy direct from the supplier. Save thousands of dollars on your next vehicle purchase. Have a trade-in? No problem. With used vehicles in such high demand, Southeastern Automotive Group has dealers ready to buy your trade. If Southeastern Automotive Group doesn't have the perfect vehicle for you, using their vehicle locator program, they will have it shipped in without any hassle or haggling you hate. With over hundreds of thousands of cars available at auctions across the nation, your next vehicle purchase is just a click away.
Welcome back to the Coach Murray Show. I'm Adam Bell along with head coach Russ Murray of the Charlton County Indians. Coach, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Great.
We had a ball Friday night. That was a war. That was the first 3.5 quarters were just old-fashioned. Just I made the reference during the game that it reminded me, this is how old I am, reminded me of the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Houston Oilers. It was just like that all night long.
Yeah, well, I tell you, it was certainly an exciting game. Somebody, me and Coach Jones was talking the other night, and somebody would have told us that we'd only give up 8 points to them, we'd have took it right then. They played exceptionally well on defense, and on offense we did as well. We got 3 touchdowns, but I mean they were hard earned. It was exciting 4 quarters for sure. And,
it was that.
And it kind of shows how our kids are growing. I think I know last year, especially the year before, there were several opportunities for us to just lay down and quit. And they didn't do that. They're older, they're mature, and they can, they've shown they could take licks on the mouth. They've done that, but they could take licks now and then turn around and give them back. And I was extremely proud of their effort, the kids' effort, the coaches' effort, just everybody's effort over there. And the fans had a lot of people over there, and it really makes a difference, man. We make some noise for our boys.
The Road Warriors showed up.
Yeah, they did. And that our band, by far we got the best band anywhere in America, and they do such a great job getting our guys pumped up. Our guys really love them. They know they don't show them all the time, but they just couldn't wait to get over there to the band after the game. But I was proud of the effort from everybody from Charlton County for sure.
Well, let's start off. I mean, the excitement started opening kickoff with the coin toss. We ended up where we had the kickoff on the opening kickoff of the coin toss, and we covered the onside kick. Everybody, it wasn't an onside kick per se. It was a pooch kick that we wanted to make it go further to the second tier, but he missed it a little bit, and the guy up front got it, and he didn't signal fair catch. So that's if you notice later on, the guy in the second tier did that. And he didn't signal fair catch and bobbled it, so it was off to the races then because we got to hit him. And we basically what you call stole a possession there because instead of us having to play defense, we now are on offense. So we basically get to receive both halves, right.
And then, man, we took it down, and I don't think they were really expecting what we did to them as far as driving down methodically like we did, and we punched it in. We had maybe 2 passes in that drive, but most of the time it was on the ground. And we punched it in, did we miss that extra point? No, we got that.
The extra point on the first.
Yeah, it was. I think it was a bad snap or whatever, but anyway, and then they came, they answered later on. I thought we were going to get out of that first quarter, winning the first quarter, but we'll talk about it in a second. But yeah, we did. We started off with a bang, and and then we messed up and got some penalties because we were we got them 3 and out, and then we had some penalties that got us behind the ball, which behind the sticks. Not like I said. I'm always going to say that we wasn't doing this, but we did have a few penalties. But
we did a good job trying to get back, but we didn't, and we had to punt. Jalen King did a remarkable job punting all night, and the quarter ended with him punting them inside their 5-yard line. I think they were about maybe on the 4 or something like that, and we had like 8 seconds left in the first quarter. I said, okay, we won this quarter,
Yeah.
But then they ran off that 94-yard run and went for 2, and they were ahead of us, and it was we traded blows the rest of the half, and that's how it was at halftime, and our guys, were real susceptible to the coach and Coach Jones and Coach Phillips, and then the position coaches gave them and listened real attentively and came back out, and did their jobs, and I was extremely proud of them on that.
Oh, I know you guys are proud of them. What a fantastic job y'all did Friday night. In the first quarter, I personally, from me and Sammy from up in the booth, we felt like we owned the first quarter. I mean, offensively and defensively.
Well, pretty much until that. And I told Coach Jones, I'll get into it in a minute, but Coach Jones' defense held them pretty well. I mean, they did outrush us, but that's all they do, but not by much. And but he held them to 37 plays, so I guess that would be our offense holding them to that, because we controlled the ball. Yeah. And they only had 37 plays, so they had 37 opportunities to do something. And I told Coach Jones how proud I was of the defense, because we had several stops. I think at least 3 inside our red zone, 2 inside of our 10. And I said the only thing you need to work on is when they had the ball on like their own 2-yard line or 4-yard line. Let's see if we can stop them on that. And of course, we can joke about it now, and he'll say the same. But that just shows what kind of athletes they have over there.
They got a lot of talent.
That Crosby kid that ran that long run, he scored a touchdown on us last year on a waggle pass, and he took it all the way to the house. And like you said, I thought we were going to get out of the first quarter with the win, I guess, for that quarter, but they on the last play they scored, and but anyway, as we traded blows back and forth, and we just kind of took it over in the fourth quarter, and I was extremely proud of that for sure.
What were you thinking that first time we're ahead 6-0? They get down inside our red zone in 10. What was the call on defense that created that stop on fourth down?
Well, I mean, I don't exactly know. Because he throws animals and all this other stuff up, and I sometimes listen. I was listening to what was going on with the defensive line, but they have done a great job this year. It kind of started this spring with flying around to the football and not waiting around, getting our proper fits and things like that, and that's what went on. Everybody did their job, and another time when they had it inside their 10, fourth down, heck, I was trying to call a timeout. I was halfway on the field. And they didn't see me, and darn if they didn't bobble the snap. And I didn't see it, live. But after watching the film, Gage Renfro had another great game at nose guard. He was causing that to happen. There were several times where he almost took the ball from the center before he could get to the quarterback. He's just that when his motor's running, he's a good high school football player for sure. And as far as what was called, I don't know. I just know we had 11 hats running to the football like the old days, just trying to get 11 hats to the football and as many as we can there and just try to stop the momentum. And they did a great job doing that.
I know we're going to hit on some other things. You've got stats over there, but I got to ask you because I know the fans were pumped on our YouTube chat. We have a chat room going on while the game's going on.
Oh, really? Really? Okay.
And I split screened you. We talked about it before the show. I split screen you on that huge fourth down call. I mean, basically it's a 4th and 1. If we get the first down, pretty much game's over. But we got more than a first down.
Okay,
Coach.
yeah, we were up. Was it 15? Yeah, 15.
Yeah, about 15, 16 seconds.
Yeah, we were up 15 to 8. And we were trying to run the clock out. And I'll tell you what, now, we want to. I think, we want to throw it. Everybody thinks we want to throw it, but we did a great job running the ball. We got the ball with 6 minutes left in the game, and we were just trying to, score, yes, but mainly take care of that clock. And it got down there to that point where it was 4th and 1, and, And I, sitting there talking to Coach Phillips. He's getting ready to call a play. So you want a timeout? And he was like, I said, yeah, we want. He said, yeah, we want one. Mm-hmm. So the game clock still had a lot more on it than the play clock. So I just went to the official. I said, hey, I want a timeout with 1 second left because I didn't want to take a penalty to be 4th and 6. So I stood. That's what I was doing, standing there with him. I asked him. I said, do I have to do it, or are you going to do it for me? Because I didn't want to screw it up,
right.
So he said, no, I got it for you, Coach. So that's why I was standing there with him, and because it was a big play, it was the game. If we get the first down, we win. Because they were out of timeouts, and all we had to do was, victory formation to take a knee. I would have been proud to lead there with a 15-8 win for sure. But we got the first down, and Lilly did like he has done. Did all night. He was just playing possessed, and we'll talk about his individual efforts in a second. But, he got hit after he got the first down, but he got hit and didn't get tackled, and he ran through it and then scored. I don't know how many yards we were out, maybe 11 yards out. And, he scored and got that final touchdown, which was big, We left him with about 17 seconds left to try to score two scores. So
let's go back to that 4th and 1 for just a second. Did it ever? Were you thinking about the first down the whole time, or did you consider Wyatt at any point during that? Because we were up by 7, he kicks a field goal. Obviously, you made the right decision.
Well,
but I'm just wondering, did you ever think about the field goal at that point?
We did. But as we were moving the ball and as our offensive line, the job they were doing, we just wanted it put in their hands. I felt confident with Wyatt getting out there and kicking it, but we kick it. And we still have we have time for them to, to get the ball and do some things with it. They score and get an onside kick. They had time to do all that. We get the first down, it's over with. We can run the clock. And that's why we decided to do it. And we were down so far in their territory. That's what was going through our mind. We do it. In another situation, we might take the chance at the field goal. But you got to turn around and play defense too.
But it obviously outweighed it. You get the first down, pretty much game's over.
Yeah, that
outweighed risking a field goal.
That's correct. That's correct.
Okay. Hey, Coach, Jalen Lilly got a mention in the Georgia High School Football Daily from his performance this past Friday night.
He was one of the.
I want to give him a shout out. What was his final stats on him?
He did get a mention on that Georgia Football Daily. He wasn't one of the top performers, but in my book, he was a top performer because Jalen plays on both sides of the ball, and I think most of us know that. He ended up rushing for about 121 yards on 22 carries, which you do your math, that's 5.5 yards a carry, and that's good anyway. He scored two TDs. We had about 180 yards, I think 178 yards rushing for a total as a team. He did that and he caught a pass as well on offense, and on defense he ended up being on like 9 stops. He had several solos and a lot of assists. He was around the ball for sure. Not only did he get mentioned with everybody in the state, but in this area code at 912 Sports, he was awarded Player of the Week, male Player of the Week, male Athlete of the Week they have. And Sean Smoke came by today with the representative from Coastal Pines College and took a picture of him today. It'll be on Facebook. I'll show it. It'll be on their Facebook page, and I'll put it on mine. And as soon as I get pictures, I'm going to send them to his mom and him. He's pumped about it, which he should be. It's a great honor. He did a good job, and, a great job, actually. He's going to be, we still have him another year, and we got the rest of this year too. He's become a leader for us. He's a workhorse. We've had 3 games that he's had over 100 yards each game. He's close to right at 700 yards for the season, and I think he's already scored
right around 700.
Yeah, something like that. I think he scored already 7 touchdowns. I do believe 3, 2, 2. Yeah, that'd be right. And he's doing a good job. He does a good job in everything, classroom, weight room, and he's such a great kid. I know his mom and his grandma and granddaddy, they're proud of him. And I know I'm proud of him too, because he does do a great job.
That's the fun part about being a local guy coming through the system. You know everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've got a relationship with all these guys.
Well, I mean, I told the guys, they did, a couple of them looked at me like it's crazy, but I do feel this way about them. And I told them before we started, I said, you need to be excited about this. You're not, that I don't understand why you're not. I said, I wouldn't want to be coaching any other kids in this world. I said, I'd take you over to University of Alabama. And they looked at me. I said, I'm right. That's exactly what I mean. I mean it, because y'all are me. I'm a Charlton County boy, and that's what y'all are, and I want to see us do well in everything. And one of them said, I said, yes, I'm for real. I'll take y'all. And I'm so happy when they do great things, especially on the football field. But we have Najee Smith playing baseball. We have the guys wrestling. We have them doing other things. I just love seeing them do great things. That's what it's all about. For sure.
That's a lot of history there with all that going on.
Yeah.
With the King at quarterback, that I think he completed 6 or 7 passes, but the big one was for the touchdown that gave us the lead.
Oh yeah, I mean, a 39-yarder, it did give us the lead. And I'm glad they screwed up on their coverage, because Najee Smith was so wide open for a 39-yard. I think he ran a skinny post. I think's what exactly he ran, not a seam, but had a little post off of it, and he was so wide open. I just went, oh my gosh, because it's one of those things you see that he's so wide open. He's
so wide open. I mean,
but he caught it and scored, and fantastic.
There's more pressure on connecting on that pass than one in triple coverage, because it's so wide open.
I believe so. I know I would be that way. And I tell you what about King, he could be so good. He just won't let go. He's worried about it, and we're never going to get on to him about an interception, because there was one play in particular. I don't exactly know when it happened, but we had a guy down long, and he kind of underthrew him or threw it out of bounds. We're like, man, throw it. And if we catch it, that's a bonus. If not, it's like a punt, But I hope he's coming around. He's had a great week of practice, and a lot of them have. And we'll talk about that, too, when we get talking about Tift area. But,
what happened on that play? Did the corner fall down, or they just blow the coverage on it? Because, I didn't see
they just blew the coverage. The safety didn't follow him, didn't go back with him. That's because the two safeties looked at each other like, what? And I'm glad. I'm glad it happened for us.
I heard that.
You're not going to see that team we're playing this week do that, though. We'll talk about that too. But and you had Jalen. Not only that pass, but there's two. Our Williams crew. We got three Williams that play receivers for us: Elias and Amari and Kyler. They all caught a couple passes, and Jalen got that one pass too. So he threw the ball well, and he did a good job punting. And then on defense, we'll talk about that real quick. We had one guy that led us in tackles, Ahmad Hamilton. That was his first start at cornerback, and he did a great job. He ended up being on like I don't know, 10 or 12 plays. He's number 12, and I think he was about 10 plays he was in on. I don't know exactly, but I know he was. I know his uniform was one of the dirtiest I had. We broke out some new jerseys, and his was the hardest to clean. He didn't have any of that eye black on it. It was just grass. Yeah. And he was. All of them. I soaked him this weekend and things like that. But his was just so hard to clean. But we finally got it done, and that just shows he put a lot of work in. I was real proud of him too. And we basically held them. Just one big pass. That's all they got. That one. It was maybe a 50-yard pass they got. That's the only pass they completed, and we kind of screwed up on that. But we hustled and got him. Could have just gave up, and we didn't give up on the long touchdown either. I think if we'd had another 3 yards, Najee would have caught him because he was hustling the whole play.
So the last 2 games, we've only given up 1 pass completion because Long didn't complete anything either.
Yeah.
Wow, that's impressive.
But anyway, other than the 94-yard run at the end of the first quarter, our defense held pretty. They were pretty stout, and I was proud. Like I said, I was so proud of the effort. But you know how it is. We move on. Yeah. We kind of made one of the wrongs last year right, and I'm tickled to death about that, and we got a huge challenge ahead of us for sure.
All right, Coach, where we headed? Where we headed to next? I know you got a whole.
Well,
a whole
I mean,
sheet going
I just wrote down is homecoming week. We can take a break and come back. It'll be a good time for a break.
I'm going to take a break, then we'll come back and hit on that.
That'd be good.
Okay?
That'd be good.
We'll be right back. You're watching the Coach Murray Show on the Charlton Sports Network.
Then we can talk about
Aldridge Insurance, located in Kingsland, Georgia, is proud to serve the communities of Charlton and Camden counties, offering life, home, car, and business insurance. See Andy Gowan today for your insurance needs. Phone 912-729-7600 for more information. Protecting you is what we do. Gowan Aldridge Insurance is a proud sponsor of the Charlton Sports Network. Seasons Floral, located at 4415 2nd Street North in Folkestone, Georgia, has all of your floral needs covered, from Valentine's to birthdays and weddings to life celebrations, proms, special occasions, or just to say you love that someone special. We deliver as well. Call 912-496-7043 and we'll assist you with any floral need at Four Seasons Floral.
Charlton Electric, now serving Charlton and surrounding counties. With over 20 years experience in both commercial and residential services, our electricians can meet your needs. We offer installation on whole house generators, service upgrades, mobile home services, troubleshooting, ceiling fan and light fixture installations, and much more. Call us today for an estimate at 912-276-7661.
Hey Indian fans, United.
All right, welcome back to the Coach Murray Show. Let's dive into some homecoming week, Coach. It's always fun around here, homecoming week. I've seen Miss Tracy Willis posting pictures of the kids doing different character outfits and everything. It's always a blast over there.
Yeah, I think Monday they had Pajama Day, and then they had Twins Day yesterday, and today they had Western and Rock Star Day or something. A lot of kids wore their cowboy. There was one kid, he plays basketball, Curtis Burrows. You remember him playing basketball, Curtis Burrows?
Yeah.
Plays guard. I don't know what number he is on the basketball team, but he even wore Spurs today, and he was clanging around in them. And the kids get into it, and that's what it's all about when you're kids. They've been excited this week, and and our guys, we try to, y'all get excited, but let's tell them we still got a football game to play, but it's a great atmosphere, and the teachers do a great job. You mentioned Mrs. Willis; she does a fantastic job getting into it and taking pictures of the kids and getting them out there so the parents can see what they do, and there's others. I remember seeing Mrs. Johnson today. She had her hair all braided up with a cowboy hat on, and Miss Pickering she went all out too with. And then Miss Lee and Mrs. Brooks, they definitely go. Yesterday they dressed in like Dumb and Dumber. Remember on the little motorcycle they had on a little cart, and they the kids get into it, the teachers get into it, and
they really do over there.
It's a good time. We don't have a dance or anything like most schools do. We kind of put all our emphasis before the game hype, and then we play the ball game, and they decorate that gym up something else. And this is the first year I'm in the gym as far as teaching, and I hear that tomorrow they're going to start putting stuff in my gym, so I'm going to have to go outside, I guess, or something like that. But I look forward to it every year because, been doing this for 27 years now, and I love being around kids and the excitement they have about it because, that's what I do.
You can turn the big screen on in there and watch our webcast at halftime while you're talking to me.
Well, I don't know about all that. We're working in there at the time. You should come in and see what we're doing. But but we're playing. We're playing probably the best coach team that we'll play all year. Coach Soliday. I don't know if you're familiar with Coach Soliday, but Eric Soliday. He's brothers. I think he's the older brother of Irwin's coach, but they're brothers anyway. He coached at Turner for a long time, and he was in Americas when Americas beat us in the Dome years ago. He won a state championship, maybe a couple state championships there. He knows his stuff. Last year we played these guys, and boy, he had them ready to play, and they hurt us in all aspects of the game, and just held on long enough to kick that field goal at the end. And I will never forget that for as long as I'm alive. That is a bad feeling to watch a football go through the uprights with time going and you lost. There's nothing else you can do, and a lot of our kids remember that too, and we've talked about that a lot. Their quarterback is a great player. I think he's number 2, and he runs that offense well. He can throw it. He's not going to want to drop back and take a lot of time to it. We got to get to him in a hurry. But he makes great decisions with the ball, and he can run it too.
Is he the same quarterback they had last year?
He is.
Oh, I thought he was gone, so we got to put up with him again.
Yeah, we sure do. And the offense, defensive line, they got good size, and they come off the ball and they get after you, and I'm thoroughly expecting them to show up and do that this week. They had a big win for them last week. They played Frederica, and Frederica's one of the top-tier teams in that GISA AAA. Because they've played for the state championship I don't know how many years and won it the last several years. They beat them pretty well. I don't remember the exact score, but they beat them by several scores, and they look good doing it. Other than they've lost one game, and that's going to say a terrible first quarter in their first game of the Christian Fellowship. I think that's on up north somewhere. But I don't think they've punted since the first quarter of their first game in 3 games. And they're taking drives, 15, 16 play drives and just running it down, chewing up the clock. And so we're not going to get a lot of opportunities on offense. We got to make them count, And as far as that goes, as far as what we've been doing to prepare for it, Mondays are always awful because we have so much stuff to put in, because we got a new opponent, and when you're playing a team like this that just they do a lot of stuff well. We leave Monday frustrated. Coaches more so than the players, but they've done a great job getting better every day. And that's one of the things I try to tell them with my win today concept. You try to be better the next day, and they were better yesterday, and they were better today too. And today went smooth, and we're excited. Now we can focus on being excited and not so much worrying about where am I supposed to be, because I think they know that pretty much. What am I supposed to do on this play? But we'll fine tune it tomorrow. Hopefully we'll have a better day tomorrow, and and get excited for this game. And I'm so excited for this school again, because I know we're just 3-0. That's early in the season.
This town's fired up about this football team.
We're I think we're making a little bit of a buzz a little bit in this town again. That win, that was our first, I guess, true road game of the year, because Brantley's just right. We were able to go back and forth in 2 days there, and I haven't, as head coach, had a lot of the experiences of coming back from a road win and it being just a nice trip home, but we had a great effort playing, and everybody was excited, and Lord, I think they're excited. I hope the town is excited as I think they are. I want to see that place packed. There was a lot of people for the long game, and I'm expecting, since it's homecoming, because everybody comes out to see homecoming, I hope there's a lot of people there ready to make some noise for boys.
Be a full house. The response we've got on CSN and our YouTube chat last Friday night, and that game last Friday, I know we're talking about homecoming, but that game last Friday did so much to create the momentum and excitement coming into this week, because that game for last Friday night, to me, really said so much about the character of this football team. It was a tight football game.
That's right.
And they responded.
You're right. It was a good measuring stick for us, because at the beginning of the season, I knew we were going to be better, but there's questions that had to be answered, and one of them was answered the other night. Okay, what are we going to do when we get in a tight ball game and we get hit in the mouth? Are we just going to lay down like we've done, or are we going to step back up to the plate? And as you say, I know it's baseball reps, but we're going to step back up and take our swings too. And they did that. And I'm super proud of them. And like I said, we come into this week, we don't have any excuses. Like I told the kids today, I said anything that happens, we've got to own it, and that's something I tried to get them to do. I mean, no excuses is something that's been held on for years around. There's a bunch of T-shirts around here and different things like that hadn't. I got a bunch of them, for 20-something years with that. It's painted on the wall. It's on the wall outside our field house, and you can see it on a practice field. And I told the boys at the beginning of the year, I said, you need to look at that and every day look at that. When things aren't going bad, look at it. We don't need to have any excuses. And we're getting that back. So I told them if we lay an egg Friday night, we don't have anybody to blame but ourselves. And they're taking ownership in what they do. I ask them, I haven't got on a T-shirt or anything, but Coach Marchman on his baseball T-shirts, you might have seen him, had this do more stuff. You remember seeing that do more? And it really hadn't made a lot of sense to me until here recently, because we're getting better, doing things, but we need to don't be satisfied, do more. Do more watching film, do more in the classroom, do more, just be a better person to try to win that day, because it takes more to win the day, especially the way things are going now, for sure.
And that was a war last Friday right up until about the last 30 seconds when we finally settled the
thing.
Well,
that's true. That's true.
Well, coming back to homecoming now, a lot of stuff going on around the game, but there's obviously a football game going on. The halftime will be the homecoming court and everything. That's a halftime,
that's right.
Correct?
That's right.
Not pregame, but halftime.
And I wished I knew the girls that were that were going, so I could give them a shout out. But I'm sorry, girls. From 9th through 12th, I'll do better next time. But we'll mention them next week. But I know they're excited, and their parents are excited, and their families and all their friends. That'll be going on. They'll crown them a new homecoming queen, and also one of the things we got going on with the quarterback club is we're really trying to increase our membership, and they're going to have another tailgate, but it'd be like a cookout. This week they're going to have hamburgers and hot dogs. Jeff Doggett was telling me he ordered the big old hamburgers from Kennedy's Groceries down there.
Here?
Yeah, we're going to have right by the school board. And, I know most of us here in Charlton County have had those Kennedy.
Can we get some of that sent to the press box?
Well, you got it. Hey, the thing is a quarterback club deal. You join the quarterback club, you're in the club, you might say. But we're really trying to do some things for these kids, and we really got to get our membership going. And they do. I tell you what, we got some ladies and some men too that really put in a lot of time for pregame meals and things like that, and they just need some help. It's hard when you just do it about 4 or 5 people doing it. You need dozens of them, and we're just trying to increase the membership with that, and hopefully people can come out and visit, and friends, make new friends and old friends, bring them on. Y'all can have tailgate right here, and all you have to do is walk across back to your seat in the stadium. That's going on for sure, and
sounds like I might have to put the stream on autopilot Friday night and just run over here real quick.
You might. I'm tempted to. They'll be right outside our door, and the way we enter from that way, and it's going to be tough to walk by and not get one of those Kennedy burgers cooking. I know my whole career here, when I started out coaching baseball, Coach Cruz would cook those Kennedy burgers at the ball games, and I smell them, and I just couldn't wait till the end of the game to get one of them. But so it'd be tempting for sure.
What talking about the football game? Are we just going into it preparing for what we do, or is there anything that you've seen on film? I know you probably don't want to give anything away.
Well,
You might can manipulate.
I think that's the biggest part of it. We do. We're going to do what we do. The coaches, our coordinators know what we can do, what we can't do. More so the defensive guys. Coach Jones, they had to prepare for everything they do because it's flavor of the week, different things,
Right.
Because Tift area is a different team than McIntosh, and McIntosh is different than Long, and they're all different to an extent. So he has to do more game planning per se. We're going to do on offense what Coach Phillips feels like we're best at, and we got a couple wrinkles and some stuff that we're going to throw out later on, We work on them that we're not quite ready to do yet, but there's stuff that we're trying to hold our hat on. Coach Phillips is a smart guy. I mean, he knows what we're capable of doing, and that's what we're going to do. I mean, we can't get out there and run the wing tee.
Right.
That's not what we do. We're going to do what we do. And that's the beautiful thing that we've had. We've had some consistency with him in the last couple, because we now have
we had a spring with him. We had all summer, had 2 summers, and the kids are used to doing things his way, and our coaches are used to doing things his offensive way.
We're going to find out Friday night.
Yeah, we definitely will, and there'll be some wrinkles every now and then, but yeah, on offense. We're going to do what we can. We're not going to try anything spectacularly different because that's what we do. You can't change that. Defense, you have to do some adjusting here and there. We got some guys that are going to be playing in some different spots. You'll see them immediately. You're like, whoa, he's not usually there. But we found those things out last Friday. We found out that maybe we might need a guy in a certain spot, different spot. I'm not going to tell you who it is. Yeah. You'll see immediately, and because that's why you play these games up to the region. I mean, it is the region of doom. It's unreal how good the teams are in our region from top to bottom. And that's why you play some good opponents like McIntosh and Tift area to get you ready for those things. We have to make changes. If we have to make changes with personnel or things that we do as coaches, then we'll do that. And so we'll see how it goes Friday. See what kind of changes we have and how hard the kids play. But they're excited. And, tomorrow we're just going to have to tone them down a little bit to get through because it's a real mental day. Tomorrow, after Wednesday's practice, the hay's in the barn, you might say, it's done. On Thursday, we just have to fine-tune everything we have. So I'm looking forward to it. I hope everybody can make it out there for sure.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know, it makes some noise for our boys because they sure do love it.
I think you do pregame warm-ups and you come in here and then you come out for the coin toss and everything. When you guys come out, I think you're going to come out and look up in them bleachers and it's going to be a packed house Friday night.
Well, I'd like to see that for sure because the boys, these boys have worked real hard to get that point. These boys that are playing now that are enjoying this success, I think they also appreciate it too, because these same boys that are playing were played on our 1-9 team, as freshmen, and it was tough, and I had to love on them and stuff. Didn't make excuses, go back to that, but there were some excuses made back then within our doors. I didn't publicly make any, but we were young, we were babies, and it took a lot of nurturing from all the coaches and some work, hard work too. I say nurturing. I mean, there was some tough love in that weight room. Coach Jones has done an outstanding job with those kids because they're stronger and faster and in all aspects of the game. And, they've grown. So they've come to appreciate this success they're having. And they know that they've got to work. And I told them, if you ever try to climb up a hill in a dirt bike or side-by-side four-wheeler or whatever, you get to going, but when you get to a certain point, you're going to have to give it a little bit more. And they kind of looked at me, and they kind of get that. So I expect the effort to still be there because we still are living on that no excuses too. We're winning that day, but we don't have no excuses.
You're expecting our fans to win the day Friday night, aren't you?
I'm expecting
calling them out, Coach.
I'm expecting them to be loud, and I know they will. I love our people. I always have. If I didn't, even though I'm from here, if I didn't love it here, I still wouldn't be here. I would have left a long time ago for sure. But I love this red and black. I love these Spears, and I love seeing our guys do well. I'm just tickled. I just love seeing their faces, how excited they were Friday night, and I love to see that again this coming Friday for sure.
All right, Coach. Kickoff 7:30 Friday versus Tift area. Y'all get here early. We're going to go live at about 7 on the webcast, but we want all of y'all in here. No watch parties anywhere in the county. Everybody in the stadium Friday night.
That'd be great.
All right, y'all. Anything else, Coach?
No, sir.
All right, man. I appreciate it, Coach,
Thank
as
you.
usual. You know that. Thank y'all for watching the Coach Murray Show. We're going to see y'all Friday live in the swamp at Champ Bailey Field for homecoming. Y'all be there.
First Credit Union has been helping people afford life since 1943. Our free online banking and mobile app make it easy to check balances, transfer funds, and pay bills, and we offer some of the lowest loan rates in town. Joining our credit union is easy. We are conveniently located at 3773 2nd Street South in Folkestone, so stop in and experience the credit union difference. Federally insured by NCUA and an equal housing lender.
Want a stylish car that makes a bold statement? Consider a new 2021 Altima from Walker Jones Nissan. Maybe a crossover to fit the whole family. The newly designed 2021 Rogue is perfect. Need room for the crew plus cargo? The 2021 redesigned Armada is a must. Our large selection of new Nissans come wrapped in our lifetime warranty. Walker Jones Nissan delivers quality customer service while striving to give you the best deal. Check out our inventory online or call us today.
West Folkestone Auto Supply is a proud sponsor of Charlton Sports. For all of your auto and big truck needs, go by and see Sammy and his staff today. They have everything from lawnmower blades to parts for big rigs and heavy equipment. CarQuest Folkestone Auto Supply is located at 4439 2nd Street in Folkestone, Georgia. For all of your parts and accessories, it's CarQuest Folkestone. Go Indians!
In your time of need, give Rob Robertson a call at 912-496-7388. Shepherd Robertson Funeral Home says go Indians.
Whatever your view on the world's current happenings, there's no denying germs are everywhere. Whether it's coronavirus, the flu, a common cold, or just a stomach virus, contagious sickness is all around, and they each pose a certain risk to both our health and our livelihood. Why not take a safe and affordable step to help reduce those risks? If you want to help protect the spaces you enjoy and the people that enjoy them with you, or if you simply need an extra hand with cleaning, call Rogers Reflections today at 912-496-3343, and don't forget to like us on Facebook.
See Stephanie Lovett, owner of Lovett Creations and Catering, LLC, for all your sweet tooth needs. Sweet treats include cupcakes, dessert jars, gourmet sugar cookies, cinnamon sugar pecans, candy apples, and more. Place your order for cakes and pies during the holidays. Catering, meal preps, keto meals, and desserts are also available. Visit Chef Steph's Meal Preps and Lovett Creations and Catering, LLC on Facebook.
For nearly 20 years, Georgia's electric membership cooperatives have made Friday night football electrifying. As the official energy provider of the GHSA, Georgia's EMCs are proud to support high school athletics in the communities we serve, standing behind every hike, every completed pass, and every team celebration. Because we know that today's high school athletes are tomorrow's local leaders. Georgia's EMCs.
Okefenokee Sportsman is locally owned by Fred and Rawling Coley, who have loyally served the people of Folkestone, Georgia, and surrounding counties for 17 years. Hunting and fishing supplies, as well as live bait, are our specialties. Join us on Saturday, October the 10th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. to mix and mingle with vendors from the hunting industry and enjoy live music from Matt Knowles. Local, loyal, and laid back, Okefenokee Sportsman.
This has been my first experience with Walker Jones Nissan. Really, the thing that sold me was the fact that I had a good value, had a good product, but overall was the kindness and the love that was shown from the actual employees. From the top to the bottom, they're always there. So I prayed with them and I prayed for them. You can get a good deal from a lot of places, but you don't always get the follow-up like you get with Walker Jones's personnel, and that I admire.